Hello, I'm gonna cook one a faster way of vegetable noodles today. So in the pan, I took some oil, vegetable oil, and some cut French cut vegetables and some onion. I will fry them until it get a little bit softened, not overcooked or not undercooked. If you keep it undercooked, then you don't wanna bite the raw vegetables in the middle of the noodles. In the another pan, I just boiled the noodles. I don't drain the water. I just dried up the water from the noodles by keeping the pan in the stove. So I just kept for drying in another stove, and in this stove I'm just frying my vegetables. There's some additional spices in the package, and almost in every noodles there's some additional spices included, so I'm gonna use this when that is little bit fried on the oil. I always like to use the spices on the oil, so that the spices get a little bit fried on it. If you put the spices on the oil, sorry, if you put the spices on the water, then the spices just get boiled up, the aroma get reduced. So at the meantime, that's just cooking. I chopped up some green chili on it. There is a very nice smell from the green chili. We love it. Then the spices I got from this package. So I'm just a little bit frying here. You see, I have taken out the pan on the top of the stove, not in contact, so that's not gonna burn out. Little bit fry. You don't wanna burn your spices on the food. Little bit fry. You see that I'm handling it very nicely. So I'm gonna fry some egg now, adding some more oil in it. With the spatula, I don't use so much professional stuff here. I'm gonna use a little bit salt in the egg. But if you wanna have the proper vitamins from the egg, don't boil the yolk. You can boil the albumin, the white part of the egg, for having good vitamins, but don't boil the egg yolk. But in noodles, you don't have any options to do that. Adding some salt on it. Then I'm just frying this up. When the egg is a little bit done, then I'm gonna mix all those eggs with the vegetables. I like the dark color of the noodles. I'm gonna use some soy sauce after that after mixing the noodles with these vegetables and eggs. I'm gonna use some soy sauce to have a nice dark color, texture, and flavor on it. As I like the spices all the time, so I'm gonna use red chili pepper powder. Those are really spices. just cleaning my stove, with the tissue. I don't like to scattered. I don't like to see the scattered oil when I'm cooking. Then now I'm gonna use the noodles on it. There is a little bit water that is not properly dried up, so I need to stir properly and mixing up until the water dries up and all the mixing is done properly. The color is not haven't come yet. That will come up when the water get dries up. And I'm gonna use some soy sauce, dark soy sauce. This is a very simple noodles recipe. Sometimes I use some shrimp, chicken or beef, but today just egg and vegetables. Very simple. You need to dry it up the water, otherwise you'll not have a very good taste. I'm going to use more salt, soy sauce, and the green chili. How many people like to have noodles? How many people? I usually use mushrooms in the pasta, but that is just instant noodles, so I'm not gonna use so many things. Those are just excess spices that was in the bowl, so I just cleaned it up. You see the color is coming. As the water is drying up, the color would be extreme. So after adding soy sauce, green chili, there's the final look. I'm gonna stirring up a little bit and that's done.